Good morning, America. Today, what we are making is a 2-inch grid of 10 sisters with the rectangles on edge tea towel. And this is not quite finished. This is my step up. So, what you're going to need is 20 2-inch squares. And what you're going to do, how I decided on this fabric, is that you need a tea towel. This one happens to be 20 by 28, but it doesn't matter what size tea towel. I have all different companies. This one I think is Dunroven. This is Dunroven. This is Design Imports. And this one I think is Dunroven too. So I've got all sorts of tea towels. Every color, everything, because I really like tea towels. Okay, what you do is cut a bunch of 2.5-inch squares. And I'm sure you've seen me do this many times. And all you have to do, I just find how it goes, is you just put your little 2.5-inch squares on your 2-inch grid. Make sure you comment. Today we're giving away a rectangles on edge pusher, because that's what I'm using. And we're going to give 20% off of all rectangles on edge products, because that's what I'm using today. Is that okay, Lynn? Okay. So all you have to do is glue these all the way across. Of course, you don't have to use the grid if you don't want to. I'm just making my life easy, and I happen to have some. Make sure I have the iron on. Move this scissors out of the way. And then let me do the down one. I'll go the opposite direction. And just make sure you have 20 all the way across. I gotta show you what I'm working on too. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I'm crocheting a lot too. I'm on this roll of crocheting, and don't ask me why, but I go upstairs and I crochet away. It's another thing I really like to do is crochet, knit, do all the above. I'm going to put a little dotty here. Then all you have to do is iron it. You don't have to use steam. I just happen to have steam in here because I use steam for everything else. Oops. I probably should have placed it on there instead of moving it. Then all you have to do, I'm not going to do all the way across because I've already got samples, is you just have to sew a 1/4 inch. And I won't sew all the way down. Oh, gotta change my foot. I got my rudder foot on. And I'll just sew it right here. And I'll do the rest later. Then all you have to do, I gotta put glasses on because I can't see a darn thing, is cut where the little lines are, to, not through, where the stitch lines are. just open it up. And I'm going to iron it again. What's nice about these are it makes everything perfect. And plus you don't have to put anything behind it to make it stiff when you're doing this. So I'm going to put this one up and just like you do, one side up, one side down when you're sewing it. Of the seam. I'll do my next one. Okay, so I'm going to take, this one's going up, and so this one needs to go down. And so on and so forth. You just sew it all the way down. Okay, then you end up with something like this. So you need 20 of them. Okay, so then I take the double-sided tape, because I don't want to sit there and do a 1/4 inch all the way around, because I am lazy. So I do it on both sides. And you iron it so it's nice and flat. Let me move this up. This is a little more than a 1/4 inch. Then you need to go 4 inches from the bottom. Measure up 4 inches. And I've got the side already done also. And see how far you need it across. And put some tape on it. This stuff is like the bomb. Makes my life so much easier. I don't want to work that hard. I'm using a 90-14 needle because I don't want, you just need it thicker. And I always leave a little out so I have some place to start. Fold it over. As far as you need it. I think that's about, yep, that's perfect. Good. Move it on just a little. I got a little too far. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Then to do the rectangles on edge, all you got to do is take 2 pieces of 3-inch strips of fabric. Decide which one you want on top and which one you want on the bottom. I want the lighter one on the bottom and this one on top. The one thing about the rectangles on edge, you don't do a 1/4 inch from your seam line. You sew right on the line. It's different than every one of my other ones. So you don't have any dots to mark. All you do. Okay, where did I put it? It's here somewhere. There it is. Take the Wonder Little friction pen. I found these online and they're easy to replace the, so all you have to do is trace around your ruler, mark your centers only. You don't have any dots. This one is also really cute if you wanted to put as a binding on something. You'd put it all the way around your quilt and you could do, before you tack it on, just write A, B, C, D for a little kid's quilt. And you could take it off, and if you have a machine that does embroidery, just do the ABCs. And that would be so cute for a little kid's quilt. going to do a little of it. And then you just sew right on the line. Change your stitch length to a 2. In this one, you just sew right on the line. So this one's really, really simple. Okay, then you cut down the center, and I always do the little rectangles on edge first, and then I do the middles, because then it makes it easier. So all you do is push this up. This fits perfectly. Iron, use spray starch, and do all these first, and then I do the little guys. Okay? Then, to make it so it matches, 1 rectangles on edge will do 1 width of fabric. It's 3" by width of fabric. We'll do 1 T-tail. So I've got this measured out perfectly, and when you want to end it, all you have to do is put right side together, sew it, and then all you have to do is put right sides out. I'm going to cut it. I made it a little thick on the edge here. So I just sewed it right down, and now I'm going to put right sides out. This little guy done. Iron it. And then what I'm going to do, make sure this is nice and even. I'm going to just put this underneath here, and I'm just going to pin it all the way across, and then I'm going to sew it. All the way across. Make sure you comment, make sure you share, and make sure that you like and subscribe. Yeah, this is going to be really cute. I asked Lindsay if she wanted it. She said, nah, she's got enough details. So I guess that's a big no. Oh, heck. We'd go in her house, actually. But nope-y do. She doesn't want it. Well, I know what I'll do. I'll give it to my friend that just had surgery. She had surgery yesterday. I'll go take it to her with a loaf of bread. Good idea, guys. Now you just think of things while you're just on the sly here. Lindsay's kind of looking at me like, okay, weirdo.
No, you can wrap the bread in it. A cute thing.
Yeah. Good idea, guys. Yippee skippy. So what I'm going to do is change my stitch length to a 3. And I'm just going to sew up the sides. And just sew this on. If I can get out my pin. Make sure this is nice and even. side on this. Back stitch. Cut it. And then all I have to do is put on cut the little thingies so it doesn't drive me crazy. Then to make the bias tape, I just cut a 1-inch strip of fabric. I didn't do it on the bias, and just put it through your 1/2-inch bias tape maker. And all you have to do is just go all the way down, and voila, you have your bias tape. Well, I've got the last half from the other one. So all I've got to do is measure it on here and glue it. So let me glue the ends. There's that. Here's the glue. Yes. Let's glue the end. That's kind of sticky. Make sure nothing's showing on either side. So I'll take my, okay. Then we'll put it all the way across and covering up both the seams. There goes my dog, Toby Joe. He is the funniest dog. Oh my gosh, that dog
Has an attitude.
He has got an attitude. He's a rescue that we got a long time ago. He's now 14. We got him when he was 7 months. And he's been a pill. When we first got him, it was like, let's drug him so we can get some sleep because he was so bad. But he's got so much personality.
He loves clothes.
He loves to be dressed. Oh my gosh. When you put an outfit on that dog, he's like, look at me. Aren't I just the like stud muffin of the world? He's just the funniest dog. I've never met a dog who wanted to be dressed in clothes. He'll just stand there and have you put clothes on him.
And if you take it off, he gets all upset.
Yeah, if you take off his clothes, he gets all like, you took off my clothes. You hate me. He's so weird. Love him to death. But he is a strange little dog. And I'm going to change this. Put on my rudder foot. I know it's not called the rudder, but I call it the rudder because I like it. And then I'm going to do this. Put it on 3.5. And then I'm going to go back to about a 3. And I got on my light, laser light. And then I'm just going to do it on both sides. And I have a gift for my friend. Yay. And make a loaf for bread and we'll be set. Do the other side. That's why I love this foot. It makes it so perfect. You could make this as anything. You'd do Valentine's Day, you could do St. Patty's Day, you could do somebody's wedding shower, you could do all sorts of stuff. And it's a quick, easy gift for somebody. And voila. You have got a tea towel. Okay, then I gotta show you what I'm making. So excited. Isn't that cute? It's a little poinsettia with some yarn. I just thought it was so cute. And this is what else I'm making. It's a seamless granny square. And it's just so fun. And it's like you don't have to think. This one you have to think. This one you don't have to think. So you can just crochet, 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 crochet while you're watching TV. And that's really fun for me. And sometimes I like mindless stuff. So today we're giving away
Rectangles on edge. Push 'em.
Rectangles on Edge. They're 20% off. Rectangles on Edge. And let's see. The winner today is Hannah from Louisiana. Send Lindsay your address at quickpoints@gmail.com. And hi, Hannah. I miss seeing you at shows, and I love you. And she stayed at our house once. We had a ball for a show, and I love you. And God bless all of you, and have a fabulous, fabulous day. Love you so much. God bless. See you next week.